All right, folks. Looks like we're back. Happy weekend. And in order to keep consistent, we're coming on here anyway. Got a couple of plans for this weekend, but I've learned from experience, you know, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So we'll see. Hope everyone else is having a great start of the weekend. And we're one more week down. So what I'm going to do, as usual, we have a couple of code projects. Definitely still diving into Angular. It's remarkable how many of the jobs out there for front-end development are Angular these days. So we'll follow that up. And we're going to work on a background music player in React. So we're going to keep working on that as well. And we've had a good wee crowd join us this week. Hopefully that continues, but usually on the weekend it's a wee bit quieter because, you know, people are doing their stuff, which I understand. But I'm here anyway. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully our audio situation's alright tonight. We don't have to muck around too much. Hopefully we don't run into token issues with YouTube, but we shall see. Yeah, it's interesting because it always takes about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes just speaking into the ether before YouTube starts delivering the stream out to folks. And what's interesting about that to me is we actually do have a nice wee dedicated group of folks who like to, you know, follow the project and also, more importantly, just come and hang out with myself and each other. We'll go ahead and fire up our Twitch token. We'll start up our PSP environment just as we typically do. And I might take a step in automating the Twitch process because, to be honest, there is a way we could do this. I don't know how I'm going to show you it without leaking a body key, but I'll do my best. Alright, so we've got Twitch here, we'll fire that up. Oh, my brother was calling me, that's right, he wanted to get on the stream. I'm not sure if he's still kicking about, we'll find out. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a bunch of YouTube audio files that we're allowed to use from the audio library. We're going to upload that into S3, make that available through our asset registry with about 8 or so songs I've made myself. They're not very good, but I'm free to use them in my videos, so I'll make use of that. And yeah. We'll build out this component. So as you see here, I just have a skeleton for a background music player. It's gonna, oh, getting bit in the back by mosquitoes. God. Welcome to Florida. It doesn't stop. Oh man. Alright, I lost my place. But we have a skeleton here that's set up for a background music player. It's gonna let us kind of replace what VLC does in OBS. So as you know, the long-term plan here is to take what I built here, this whole avatar world that has streaming functionality, and we're phasing out OBS. What I mean by that, I want to make it so if people want to host streams, they can just go to a website URL similar to Streamlabs but with way more features. So that's what we're working on. What do we need here? We're going to need some more state to work with. We're going to have to figure out a shuffle algorithm because randomness is incredibly important to me, just like it was in the original iPod. We need to track which our current track is playing, so let's call it current track index. And I wish I could just be coding this little component in Angular, but I've not filled out what size the bare minimum Angular install is. I'm kind of curious. Just because we want to continue to update here. Alright, so we're talking about 500 kilobytes, so we could technically mess around with it. Just a reminder, folks, so you see the PSP on screen, that's no accident. YouTube, chat, Twitch, Discord is all hooked up to go in there. We'll actually fire that up, I think. We'll fire it up while we're here. Oh, I need to get rid of that. And we're gonna have to go to a small room. That should work. We're gonna have to activate our YouTube system on local. Oh, I'm not logged in the right account. Let's fix that. Oh, for goodness sakes. We'll get rid of that. And we have to fix a couple. We've got some bugs to fix, folks. It's always good, isn't it? And it's always to do with URL routing. It always changes around every time React bumps a version for some reason. I'm not too fond of it, but that's what we've got. Let's go ahead, fire up our YouTube system on local. We'll fire up Twitch if my token's still there. Oh. Alright, we're good to go. What else? Populate our viewer number. Ooh, why is that not updating? Why is that not updating? That should be updating. Do we have an issue? Oh, we didn't activate our YouTube chat system yet. That's fine. Alright. Boom. Bam, boom, bam.
Snappo says 1 new subscriber.
Look at that. Alright. What do we need now? Oh, that's right. We just need to connect in the PSP. Let's see here. There we go. It's always a party, isn't it? And I want to fix the alignment. We're also going to open source this. We're going to hop up the PSP project on GitHub so anyone else can muck around with it. Maybe get some inspiration for how they would work on the PSP today when they want to target the web browser. So we might do that. Well, let's get this junk out of the way. Saltire of Scotland's not junk, but it is on the PSP. Alright. We're going to have to remind our regulars to make sure that when they come on, that they hit the notification bell. Because like TrueX Edits comes in, it's like, man, you've been streaming for a while already. Like, why didn't I know? And yeah, it's not my fault. Okay. Well, we're going to need a reference to our audio player as well. I'm going to create a bloody template for it as well. We should do a toggle method. We're just bootstrapping everything out. Get us going here. I kind of prefer doing this sometimes. I like almost scaffolding my code out. It kind of helps me arrange my thoughts, how the component's going to work, how it's going to interact with everything else. So the really cool thing about Kinto, the way I've coded it, everything's through an event bus. So for this to register into the application, this should be on, not a map. But yeah, Kinto.on. will subscribe to this UI audio player event, which we route to handle audio player, which is an arrow function, which has a predefined set of actions. This could be a switch, or it could be an array of objects which represent handlers mapped with a like an action string. We're just going to go with the switch statement because that looks, you know, self-explanatory to most. Alright, what else do we need here? Well, we could actually pull real assets from our audio registry. We might want to do a UI for it as well. Let's see, how did I set that up? How did I set that up? On item registered. So this is our item registry that populates. We populate it into set items, and then we'll be able to filter it based on type. And I'm not too sure what the type will be, but we'll figure that out. So that's in a global provider. We could go ahead and consume that. To access our provider, we're just going to do this. Oh, we're not even imported Kinto yet. What is going on here? Right. So now we'll access our items. We can populate our audio registry based on that. So interestingly, with React is we could create a state that's dependent on this context and update that, or we can even just directly filter it based on its top level, which is kind of crazy, like something like this, and it does update. Audio registry equals items filter item by type, and we'll just pretend it's 4. We don't know that. Oh, sorry. Alright, and now this will update because this update's coming from our context, so that sets us up nicely. Appreciate the like. We should probably send a little Discord notification to our regulars because usually we have quite a banging chat, but like I said, it is the weekend. Let's fire it out. Boom. Update our stats. So you see, the more people that watch this stream, the more unhealthy the stream will be because we don't have a lot of chat activity. So I wanted that to reflect like the nature of the stream. We're not just about a bunch of people watching, but people interacting. All right. Let's see here. Folks, make sure you join our Discord. There's a Discord if you click on my profile. We're building up quite a wee community over there. And you can live chat right from Discord as well. Wait, did I connect it? Let's see. I don't think I did. No, I did. Alright.
Truex Edits says face blue smiling.
Truex Edits! Yeah, we're here. Happy weekend, buddy. So I'm curious, do you get a Discord notification? That's how you come in. Because I'm just trying to figure out like how the notification system's working on YouTube. We'll make this audio element reference our tag. I think we'll be able to update the source dynamically. Yeah, of course we'll want that same. Alright. Unless I need to use ref. You should be automatically.
No, I
pulling
didn't
in
get
that,
the
of
Discord
course.
notification.
Interesting. So did you get it on YouTube or are
Golden
you just
BBBS
scrolling about
says
on
hello.
YouTube? Hello, welcome to the chat, friend. How are you? Happy weekend. We're in a different room tonight. The rain is stopped, the weather is clear, so that's where we're at.
Twitch_Z Pharaohs says thank you.
I got the YouTube
Forest.
notification.
Welcome,
What game is
buddy.
this?
Coming in from Twitch. So this is my little game that I'm coding. It's called Kinto. And it's a whole little streaming platform overlay. It connects, as you see, you're chatting with folks on YouTube and Twitch.
Yadav says morning hot beverage.
Oh, lovely. Where are you coming? Oh, wow. I think you're from, you're coming in from India, right? I would explain the time zone. I could use a cup of tea myself, I'll be honest.
I see. That's nice.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
This
cool. I
map
appreciate
is
you
really
hopping
nice.
on.
Thumbs up, medium lights, Kinto and smiling face with sunglasses.
I appreciate it, yeah. I've had a lot of fun building a lot of different maps, so at least for the next couple of streams, we're going to be displaying different maps for each. And yeah. Oh, I thought you were coming in from Twitch. Let's see. So, how's everyone's weekend plans going? Oh yeah, you are coming from, Zephyros is coming from Twitch. Very, very nice. And let's see, are you popping up on the PSP as well? It's important. Yeah, that's you up there. It's just cut off. If you can, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, follow. Let's get some avatars on. Okay, let's get to work. Let's pull up the MSDN, it's always helpful. Even though I've worked with it before. It takes a minute to get my brain going. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's the exact same as the video player essentially. We're going to set the volume, so for volume property for audio or video player in HTML5 is between 0 and 1, which I always found fascinating is because you have as much infinity between 0 and 1 in decimal form as you do between like 0 and infinity. Like, that always tripped me out. But it helped me conceptualize, like, some infinities are bigger than others. Yeah. Fun stuff. Alright. Okay, so we're going to build a little helper function here.
Thumbs up. 0-infinity really crazy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I mean, the strangest thing for me is, and only came up through programming, game stuff specifically, is all the space between 0 and 1, right? Because it's just, yeah. I'm literally running computer programs to this day to try and figure out what the largest number is. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I don't like that, but whatever.
So what's today agenda?
Today we're building an audio background player right into Kinto to make use of my asset registry. So this contains all the assets in the game, like everything from art to music, sound, all that stuff. And yeah, essentially I just want to have a way to play stream music right into Kinto. That way we can get one less feature off of OBS. It's the end goal here is to get rid of OBS completely.
Average Obsidian user says this is an awesome project.
Man, I appreciate you and welcome to the chat. Happy weekend. Thank you. The support is important. What's that volume already? Oh, I see. Ooh, let's start the AC in here. It gets toasty.
Event driven.
Let's see. Yes, yes, great observation. So I call it the Kinto event bus. This connects everything, like the webrtc, the server, WebSockets, Canvas to React. So this acts as a bridge between all that. And it's also really cool because I've been able to do native apps, like in Swift UI, which embed Kinto in a web view, but add native functionality. And I'm able to just inject into this event bus. So I could have like native buttons in Swift, trigger specific actions in Kinto. So it's made it really modular, at least, to like continue building this one thing. So I'm a big fan of this. Look at that, 31 people, that's crazy. We'll have to get some coffee. Get the AC on. I'd love to hear anyone's alternatives to the event-driven system. But my main thing here is connecting a bunch of technologies that don't really work nicely
Awesome,
together.
that's one new subscriber.
So that's the goal there. All right, we've got AC going. Folks, quick reminder, I'm streaming on Kick and Twitch, so you can see my entire screen, all my code, so you can judge me harshly and provide feedback. And we have a Discord on the YouTube channel if you click my profile. And yeah, I just recommend you subscribe so you can follow this, watch it grow. It's definitely growing. It's not getting smaller. We'll come back, we'll do some gardening stuff.
32 face blue smiling.
Truex edits, enjoys watching it. Yeah, our AVD is not too bad either. We're looking at a minute, 20 seconds tonight. But we'll see it bounce around. But the coolest thing about this project is literally like a game that you see in the stream, which is literally composed of the people watching it. It's not just a passive experience. And the algorithm, like how's that going to act? How's that going to grow? How's that going to scale? I don't know. I've not seen much like it. So we'll see. I still don't know where I'm actually going to put this bloody component. I think I want to stick it up here. Oh, while we're on this, I do have a quick bug to fix. I forgot. Man, notes are important. Keep notes. I sent about 50 job applications today on LinkedIn, so wasn't too bad. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Alright, let's blow now. Oh, we do want to do congruency on the TTS system. But there's a really simple bug that I have to fix.
Tonight?
Truex edits. Let's take a look. About 24 minutes ago.
Eventually AVD will rise.
The AVD's risen a bit, it's not too
Face blue
bad.
wide eyes.
Anything better than 30 seconds means we have a good shot of
Are
being
you
picked
using
up by the
Phaser
algorithm.
JS?
I am, yes, yep. Good eye. Where'd you catch that? The Phaser's pretty cool. Essentially, it's not doing anything the browser doesn't already do. It's just taking a canvas tag and giving you the concept of sprites and stuff. It kind of handles some of the blitting concepts. But we still have full natured access to fragment shaders in WebGL. So I've been having fun with those. And a lot of the phaser code I've written as part of this project is quite old. We're going to be refactoring some of it as the project grows. A lot of the effort is actually on the React side these days.
Phaser must have a sound manager.
It does, but it's not very good. So, and I don't want to be dependent on Phaser. The way this project's set up is the Phaser component can be completely removed and switched out with Free.js in the future. So I'm building as much of the system outside of that as possible, if that makes sense. Like the whole WebRTC system doesn't exist in Phaser. The whole RTMP streaming service doesn't exist in Phaser. So I just see Phaser as like a stopgap to get where I want to get this project to. But it does have a sound manager and I do use it for background sounds. But one of the problems with it is, as you know, permissions in the browser are a bit awkward, especially when it comes to sound. And the sound manager in Phaser struggles with that. You have to interact with the page first before the sound can be played. And yeah, I've just learned through trial and error. Sometimes it's better to, you know, figure out what does work for you and then what doesn't. Go in and see if there's a better alternative or come up and code your own. But before we finish this up, I did want to fix this, where we're at. But good eye. Originally, on the
Any
Phaser
PC
thing
game
though.
you are recently playing or played Cat Orange whistling.
On the Phaser thing, I used to have, I tried to code the UI for this game in Phaser. Could you imagine? But even when I was doing ActionScript free development back in the day, I figured out real quick that I could use post message to communicate between ActionScript free and the browser, so I could do my UI in HTML. And yeah, there's no reason to blit your UI, and it's punishing. So that's why I just pick and choose the parts I want, the parts I don't, I ignore. But TrueX edits, my friends have been trying to get me to get Battlefield 6. What's your thoughts on that? Where is this bloody? Oh no, did I commit this?
Face blue wide eyes. Face blue wide eyes.
Why is this showing?
Awesome.
Yuan Meng joined stream new.
Disable that before we continue. What else? All right, we want to fix our router situation. So just to explain the bug here, in the URL bar, you can pass in a room name or ID. and the game should be respecting that. So say I sent this link over to TrueX Edits, it should send them directly into this room, but it's not. So something happened in a React upgrade. I was React router that broke this. So we're just gonna go and backtrack, figure that out, and then we'll carry on with the music player. Just because this is peeing me off. I don't like that's not working. There we go, some chiller music for me.
Let me join to Kinto.
Yeah, please do. So the room we're in is
And
called
Twitch.
Loch Lake. Yeah, let's get our numbers up.
Thank you for helping bring on more avatars. 5 likes now.
I think I might have to kick some coffee out. What do you think? Alright, where's my...
Now I want to develop something with your tech stack. Tears of joy, hope it doesn't go into one of my folder 101 unfinished projects.
It's awesome. No, it's inspiring. Like I get inspired when I see others work on their projects. This is really cool. There was a YouTuber I was watching during coronavirus. His name was called DevDuck, and he wasn't doing anything multiplayer, but it was a single player game. I'll just pull it up so you guys can look him up. I think he's pretty big now. He's the same age as me. 175,000 followers. Yeah, but this guy is what I was watching when I started coding my project again back during coronavirus, Mr. DevDuck. And his channel's exploded, that's crazy. We also still have some refactoring to do. I've been getting rid of this giant class component that used to be the bootstrap app.js of the project. We've split that up into populators, moved to more functional, but there's about 658 lines left that have to be removed. And this might be part of our issue here. Here's a logic, load by room, load by name. But we are populating the state. I suppose we could put a debugger up. Would probably be the best way. Do it the right way. So on Mac, when you have your sources open, if you just type Command
Have you
P,
changed the character voices in TDS since the voice is now different from old ones?
TrueX Edits, good observation. Just alternates every stream. We have different voices for each character. But I actually want to change that. I want to have it persist so everybody has the same voice. And I'll give you guys a command to be able to change that, or if you log into Kinto, have a little slider in order to change it. But just a quick little bit helpful debug info. So when you open your network inspector in Chrome, if you go in Sources tab, you click Command P, it'll give you a list of all these files. These are your files or your JavaScript that compose your project. The one I'm looking for is app.js. We can open that up and we can search for the code I'm looking for, and we're just going to attach some breakpoints like right here. And now when I reload, it'll trigger these breakpoints. You don't have to add like a bunch of console.logs, just helpful little stuff. All right. Let's see. Here's our scope. As you can see, this was a big class. We're getting rid of the whole thing. It's all going to the rubbish bin. That might be part of our problem. I'm not seeing load room being populated. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. All right, we found an issue. So what we'll do here is we'll just refactor this out completely. This is going. We're done with this. And there is quite a bit of dependencies that's manipulating. So my idea of being able to handle this is with refactoring is just dependency injection. It lets me compose the code as I want. I'm not I just pass in what I need where I need it, as opposed to having my code kind of dictate where I put the code, if that makes sense. I really thought I got rid of all this, but I suppose I didn't. Okay, here it's the provider. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get this out. It's helpful for me. Even though I wrote this code, I'll scroll up and down it a bunch of times, just kind of absorb it back into memory, and then it just makes it easier to understand what I was doing. So what we're refactoring here is the mounted function. It's going to be replaced with a use effect on the functional side. And it's basically like the main bootstrap. So this is responsible for getting a list of all our packets, the configuration, any presets, populating our catalog registry, our title registry. Populates that into our context, and then it fires off an event that triggers our phaser.js level. So that's what this game is. I think I've already pulled that out. Yep, I already refactored that, so we don't have to worry about it.
Is there any Twitch monetization policy or something thinking face?
Truex, can you explain what you mean? They do have an affiliate program. I'm just really small creator, I'm not entitled to anything, but I think it's easier to get monetized on Twitch than it is on YouTube, if that makes sense. But I actually have exposure on YouTube as opposed to Twitch, where I don't. But we're slowly growing. We have 22 followers on Twitch, so it's a process. But good things come with time. You can't force it. No. It'd be nice if we could force it, but that's not how it works. Alright, so we're going to put this. I think we're going to put this in the app.js populator. Is there any reason we can't do that? Because it has access to all the context. I think the last thing we have to refactor is this setting classes that are applied to the body tag. We'll have to pull this out, obviously, in Kinto Media. Alright, let's just start. Let's close everything else. We'll open up our lowercase app.js, which is our new populator. So this is how it's looking now. There's no UI responsibility in here. It's just bootstrapping the application. And there's tons of these that set up their own events and populate the data that is critical to that. So all we're going to be doing is adding some more here. So to do use effect.
Yes, I was asking that. Is there Twitch also have monetization like YouTube? So if it is there, for monetization of your channel, what one have to do?
Yeah, so let's take a quick look. As you can tell, folks, Truex is an OG, showing his support. I appreciate that. Let me see. I'm clicking around. All right. So all we need for Twitch is a minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days. We've hit everything else. Probably kind of hard to see, but we need 4 more followers, and we need just a minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days, which is actually harder than it sounds. Like, even when I do a lot of streaming over there, we've done 40 hours in the past 30 days. Crazy. 17 stream days in the last month, and yeah, we could be doing better. So this is equivalent to mounted specifically. What we need
Okay,
here.
let me follow you there from my other account.
Brilliant. Oh, it's a connected function actually. We have to pull out here. I thought it was mount. Have we got two things going here? Where'd you have to pull all this out? This whole thing has to go. It doesn't belong here. Looks like shite. It's probably slow. We'll pop these fetchers maybe in its own file to segregate it off. We'll see. Let's just take a quick look. Oh, I think it's already in its own file. No, it's not. Alright. Yeah, let's show you. For now, pop up here, can always break it out. We'll come back, we'll clean it up, we'll guard it, we'll do what we have to do. So we'll get rid of that. To get rid of fetch config. It says PH Designs uploaded 11 videos or something in just one day. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's how it goes, right? When you get going, you get going. I appreciate that. Let's get rid of fetch presets. Okay, that's already been done. Look at that. Very good.
YouTube will mark him as spam if he keep going this way, grinning face with sweat.
Oh, you think so? I didn't think about that. Can't wait to get this crud out of here, man. It's gonna feel good. Oh, that's gonna have to go on a pop there, but we could just, yeah, we're gonna kind of re-engineer how we did this. We don't want fetch populating things. We just wanted to set it. All right, we'll figure it out.
He must putting his hard work, but the AI related algorithm is really strict.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's easy to run afoul, isn't it? One of the things I hope to show here is it's okay to have crap code. What's important is what you put together, like what it becomes, and the fact you continually work on it. And you know, you can't just build one thing once and it's just always going to be good, because there's going to be package updates that get pushed. There's going to be stuff that just makes everything you've done old. So the most important thing is the thought process and the confidence. You just keep going. It's easier said than done, I understand, but what I'm doing is like literally ripping out the old way that I bootstrapped this entire little world you see to make it clean. And it's funny because none of this stuff you see here is in Phaser, because part of how I set it up. I wanted to split the responsibilities. Alright. And there's a time and place to use AI, but I think when you're kind of architecting like a refactor, not the time I would. Okay, what else? Presets. We don't have presets. What are presets? Oh. You'll see a bunch of Bootstrap here code. This is for Electron support, where I coded my own implementation of remote desktop. It's all over webrtc as well. Lovely. Okay, so this is where we're gonna kind of set everything up.
Twitch_TrueExedit says hey VO hi yo VO hi yo.
Hello. Alright. It's gonna be an arrow function because we actually, well, it's not. Hold on, how are we doing this? That's right, it gets access to scope anyway. Perfect. Maybe we should just have this right here. I have to. I need to inject a bunch of stuff here, but it's okay.
Truix edits joined minefield. Truix edits joined minefield. Truix edits joined Lock Lake.
Folks, just so you know, there's a bunch of different commands you can do from live chat that'll make your avatar do stuff. Oh, I
About
have
the
a bunch
domain
of different.
Kinto party thinking face.
I have a bunch of different domains. A lot of them. Like we have Kynto.io, Kinto.io, playkinto.com, Kinto.us. There must be like a dozen. Be right back.
Have you purchased all of these?
Oh yeah, I spend a lot on domains each year. If you have any suggestions, I'm curious. Oh. That's it. Yeah, the synthesizer's cool, but I didn't release the edit to make it so people won't hear it on the stream. Might get pissed off.
Rolling on the floor laughing. It was really fun smiling face with sunglasses. Face blue wide eyes.
You know, actually, I might have actually released a change to disable it. Let's see. I'll tell you if you can go ahead and test it again. Let's see. Oh, no, no. Alright. Oh no, I didn't. It's there, but it's not selectable. Let me see. Why is it not selectable? We might do a quick change here because I don't want to actually enable stream enable sync. Why isn't it? Should work. Why isn't it working? No. Muted until I figure it out. I can't trust 2x. Alright. Why isn't it letting me select it? This should be a dynamic property. What's going on here? What the hell? Ah, it's not. Alright, I do have a way around this. Let's see. Let's see what I can do. That's what I should have did. What we're going to do, TrueX, is I'm going to release a little change. It's not going to require a server reboot or even you to reload, but I do want to be able to disable this and enable it. But bear with me. Yeah, you can make your own tune. We don't want it to interfere with the stream, so you've got me inspired to quickly fix that. Give me a second. But yeah, the idea was it's like, with people go to jam out, one person be able to do like the bass note, someone else could. Oh, I disabled it, so I didn't want to blow anyone's speakers out. If you could. No, it's github.com/scotlandisme. That guy, that was the guy that used to do the original server for the project 2010, but I've done everything since, so Scotland is me. I wrote the client. He actually released my client code, and he didn't ask me. But I'm not mad, it's old. But I would prefer if you like mess around with my GitHub. Yep.
Scotland dime.
That's it.
Oh.
I'm gonna be open sourcing more stuff as well. I've done kind of a bad job at that. I learned so much from open source that it makes sense that I should contribute. I'll fire this off into our CID pipeline. Oh wow, I have so much tab, like windows open, that's crazy. So that's how easy it is for me to get changes into production here. It took a long time to set all this up. Because it used to be really easy back in the day. You would just like produce your SWF, your Swift file in ActionScript, and you'd upload that, and then you'd reload, and then all that client code was available.
Glitch
And,
layer.
You used Adobe ActionScript to develop eyes.
I hope you can see that how long I've been coding, because this version is not an Adobe ActionScript. And there's actually a tool called Flash Develop that let me do it without using Adobe's tools. It was actually quite nice. It was like a precursor to Visual Studio Code. It's like this. But yeah, if you actually look up my project on ragezone.com, man, I'm telling you, there's a lore behind this project. It goes back to when I was a child. It's not. I didn't just like come up and like create this like in the last year. I've rebuilt it maybe over 12 to 15 times, but this is the only time when I've done it and like really put it in the public and tried to connect people to it. But I've used it as a way to teach myself how to code since I was a kid, so.
Flash games Tears of Joy I used to play a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember when there was forums that were just set up that would have like a game page and it had all the high scores and stuff? And that was my entry to the internet, and I actually hosted my own versions of those. If we take a look at archive.org, check this out. I'll show you my first site. It was called knotworld.com. Oh no, why is it not showing? Oh, okay. What's going on here? Did they change it? I'll give you an idea how old it is. There we go. 2007 a result. Let's take a look. October 18th, 2007. We're currently on October 11th. Oh no, it won't load. But you can see there was a registry there.
Want nostalgia, close the internet and play Dino 1.
Let's see. We'll get something up. Hey! Look at
On
this.
Chrome.
There was 886 knuts then. And I had my own little form. Let's see, there was like a lottery. And this was before Flash. This is actually, well, Flash was available then, but I didn't like Flash. I coded everything in JavaScript and PHP. But there was no WebSocket support back then. Look, there's my username, Snapple. Right? Who am I in the chat in Kinto? I'm Snapple. That's me. So yeah, I'm not kidding. It goes back. Yeah, there's some free foreshadowing. React. That's what the UI's in now. Really, really crazy. I'll show you my favorite site as well that I did back then. Oh, I got a couple of things to show you actually. Let's check out frequently asked questions.
Awesome.
I actually was the project in 2007 was actually monetized compared to this one. People actually donated then. It's funny. I think I just got shy. All right, let's check out Kynto.com. and then we'll show you my form that I operate back. Why do I not know how to use this site anymore? Man, why'd they make this complicated? I'm really struggling, folks. Wow. All the captures from back in the day were wiped out. This is crazy.
Wow, face with open mouth.
Oh, here we go. 2008. All right. So this is when I came up with the name. Let's see if anything comes up. So archive.org was hacked about, I don't know, 6 months, a year ago. And a lot of the images and stuff that used to be up there all got deleted by hackers. I was quite sad about that. So we might take this opportunity to just capture what's left and put it in video format at least. All right. You see so many of these are broken. We'll find some though, because I did take a look at this. The clearest one we probably look at first would be MOCC form. So it's funny, I went on this game development forum when I was a kid and they made fun of me because they're like, why are you coding a game in JavaScript? I know, right? It was foreshadowing. Literally made fun of me. And I ended up taking this form over. It became mine. I own it today. You see it just redirected to Kinto. But I took it over back then.
Name Kinto.
I was really inspired by like Japanese sounding names, and I just typed stuff in Notepad until I got something. So it first started off with a company name which I called Toyusha. Okay, you're about to see Kinto hopefully. Let's see if it loads. Yeah, look at that. Kinto. So I ended up taking this form over, but this was a game development form for literally what most of us were kids building games back then. And here's Kinto. And I ended up taking this form over. Let's see, when was this? 2011? It was a pretty big form. Like we had, 6,000 members at this point.
Wait, you developed this when you were 11?
Yes. Yep. Exactly. That's literally what we're trying to show you now. Is it goes all the way back.
Yes, he is.
So let's take a look at announcements here. I actually had more help then. I actually had someone that coded the server. I had an artist. Today it's just me. I was called Willie then. My name's Will. So I went from Snappo to Willie. I coded a form. I was really proud of it. I did this in CodeIgniter PHP. I don't know if CodeIgniter is still around. I won't load it. See if we can get any of this to load. No. It's so funny. I remember watching the bots crawl the site back then. And who's online? Let's see. Will any of these work? No. But you get the idea. I was pretty proud of this form too. It looked good. Let's see if we can take a look at Rage Zone. Rage Zone Kinto. That's a recent post. Let me see if we can find old posts. Might have to actually log in Rage Zone. But Rage Zone's a cool forum. Like people build games or like game servers and stuff. And it's cool. It's still been online since then. I don't know when Rage Zone started, but it was up in 2006. I can tell you that much. There's no search here. Yeah, but I might have to get logged in here because we do have to capture this because this site could always be taken down. And as you just seen, once the site's down.
Genre-centric network says sup.
PH Designs, welcome.
How did you render it back then looks isometric in design?
Man, I'm so glad you asked me that question. Right, do you want to know how I did this before Phaser, before the canvas tag was invented, and before WebSockets, and it was still socket driven? All right. Good, so I literally set it up.
It must be nostalgic for yourself to go in the old time and check how much you hard worked for.
Thank you, Folded
100%.
Handslight Kynto.
100%, but essentially, I just used the document object model, meaning I literally just used divs to represent avatars. I set a background URL, you know, to be the avatar, and coded a whole tweeting system. It had A-star pathfinding, had support for WebSockets before WebSockets was ever released because I used something called Comet.js, which let me use long polling to emulate a socket connection to C#. Look at this. This is really bad, but I said painkillers to help you code more. I was ran over. So I wanted to mention this in stream. When I was 18 years old, both my legs were broken. I was ran over. And that's when I came back and like rebooted the project again. And it's marked into history forever now. It literally says here, painkillers to help you code more. Don't believe it. I was obviously like out of my mind. My legs were broken.
I failed at building my router configuration tonight and gave up for now.
Back to the books.
Back to the books.
Oh no. Alright, you want to talk a wee bit about it, but wow, I want to do a full stream where I come in and we'll code Kinto as I did it back then. So I tried to do it on the PSP, but there wasn't enough memory for me to implement it this way. But we'll implement Kinto Isometric Engine, not using canvas tag, not using phaser, not using anything like that. We'll just literally use elements, just like how these are elements on a page. We'll be able to implement the whole working game that way, and it'll still be connected to Twitch, YouTube, Discord. So I think that'd be a really fun stream, and I think I could get it done in about one night. So we'll give that a go, because that's how this all started in the first place. So let's get that down, because that would make a cool mini-series follow up. How to code a game just using, like we could do it in React, which is crazy. So I'll give you the decision. Do you want me to code it in React or just raw JavaScript? And to be clear, that's basically coding all the avatar stuff, all the movement, the tweening, the pathfinding, all this stuff, but it'll just be elements on a page. I'll give you guys a choice if you want me to do it in React or just raw JavaScript, like which is closer to how it would have been done back then. You can get back to me on that.
Yes.
All the above.
React is really nice.
That is, but
I ended up with number 1 way to fast face with tears of joy.
What do you mean, PH? I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick, but I'm still listening. I got the mic.
There we go. Get it edits.
Yup.
All right, I have the pizza heated, so I think it's a pizza party while we figure this out.
Thinking. Tears of joy.
Grinning face with big eyes.
I'm a wee bit a creature of habit. I like having pizza on Fridays, so it's I'll consider it Friday, even though it's not.
LOL.
The cool thing about doing this full, I'm just going to call it DOM version of Kinto.
Which pizza is your favorite?
Ooh, hard choice. Right now I'm just going with the cheese tonight, but I do like olives on pizza, obviously pepperoni, and depending on the mood, I could go for mushrooms and bloody pineapple and corn. So I'm open to pretty much anything, but it depends on the mood. But yeah, I'm really excited about doing this little sub-project, recreating the original Kinto, how I coded it. And maybe that's an opportunity to open source as well. So we need to get some stuff on GitHub. Why am I tempted to start now? I don't know. What about you guys? TrueX, what's your favorite pizza?
Used to work for Domino's for side cash.
Oh yeah. I'm curious to what PH thinks of pineapple on pizza. That's crazy. I always tip Domino's folks well, man. Like, if I'm not driving, I'll give you a good bloody tip. I've always been like that, though. If I don't have money to tip, I'm not eating
sure,
out.
But that's fruit.
Alright, so I think what we should do... Yeah, pineapple and ham.
Pineapple
Bangin'.
and ham is banging.
That's how I describe stuff too. Agreed. That's alright. So we're gonna pick a day. I guess we're coming up with the start of a stream schedule where we're gonna hammer out an open source project. It's gonna just be a raw JavaScript version of Kinto. And like I said, we're gonna be doing the tiles, the items, and the avatars all directly in the browser document object model. So there'll be physical elements that you can inspect with an inspector. They're not going to be in the canvas, they're not blitted, it's not webgl, it's not
assign
phaser.
unique number to divs displayed image on them, and did a event listener in arrows keys for movement, and swap the div index according in vanilla JS PHP back then. I'm just
You're
GSing.
Yeah, no, you're thinking in the right ways, 100%. Yeah, you're not too far off, and there's a couple of different approaches that I tried. What I'm going to do is explain like the best approach, because like one of the first thoughts you might have, right? Let's see. So say we have Kinto right here, right? We've got a tile up.
Rolling on the floor laughing if there are two options, pineapple and other, the plain one face with tears of joy.
So originally, like when I was doing event handlers for tiles and you wanted walking, it's like, well, I'll just put an on-click handle on each tile. No, the browser performance wouldn't allow you to do such. So what I ended up doing is just putting one event click handler on the entire page,
Can't go
and then
wrong
we do
with the
some
cheese
math.
Pizza, haha.
Some math to figure out which tile was clicked. So just a little bit of isometric math will save you a bunch of event listeners. And but how we're going to do this is like every tile will literally be an image. Every avatar will be a div, because the div's going to contain a stack of images in it that are going to be absolutely positioned. So that way we'll have the pant, we'll have the body, we'll have the pants, we'll have the top, we'll have the hair, etc.
The sweetness from the pineapple accents pizza nicely.
Thank you for the reminder to set a pizza timer, man. You're about to see me burn a pizza.
I
Not
don't know
kidding.
why so many hate on it. Face with tears of joy.
Yeah.
Designs face with tears of joy.
100%. You know what's messed up? I have a whole bag of hard drives because I had backups for everything, every project I've ever built, all
You know they do,
databases,
haha.
everything. And all those hard drives are inaccessible today. So my idea is sometime in the future, extra money, I'm going to send those hard drives in to get recovered. Because it'd be amazing to go through some of those projects in the code. Because we'll literally be able to look at 20 years of development. Like this guy here, Xlight, this was a Scottish guy, one of the kindest guys in the world. And he's not around anymore, he actually unalived himself. He could not handle the real world. And just cruel and
True
unkind.
said it's joined Lock Lake.
So it's crazy to see his name like cemented here in history. And yeah, maybe we'll dedicate the project to him. That's crazy. PSP not showing the chat. Sorry, let's see what's going on now. I might have closed the tab out. I was actually really sad because Xlight had a YouTube channel and he posted videos of my game back in the day. And something happened about 5 or so years ago where his videos got deleted off the internet.
GTG, I'll be back waving hand light skin tone.
No worries, we'll be here. Alright, let's see if it comes back. There we go. Yeah, just so you know, TrueX and PH, the PSP is
Be
kind of...
safe, Rao.
Oh, we didn't disable that. Hold on, I do have a fix for that, I think. We're gonna reload. Give me a second here, chat's gonna be disabled. And we're gonna see if I disabled the synthesizer. Like, you'll still be able to play it, but like, we won't be able to hear it. I'll tell you when to test. Alright, TrueX edits, give the synthesizer a test now. I just want to see if you can still play it, but we don't hear it. Let me know when you try it.
Truex said it's joined Lock Lake.
TrueX coming to test, appreciate you.
True Zedit says there is someone standing at the left side of the Lock Lake.
Did you give the synthesizer a go? I just wanted to see if well, I could test it from my instance over here. Let's see. Forgot, I could also test it.
Genre-centric network says I'm a this thing where I talk less. Try.
Fix it. What do you mean, PH? Take 2 off. Appreciate PH, so. Just wait a minute.
I tried.
Oh, sweet. Okay, maybe it worked then. Who knows? That'd be cool.
Or maybe he was just exhausted, haha.
What are you talking about, PH? Were you saying me or someone else? Because not me, I was probably tired, but I wasn't definitely upset. I appreciate the chat, man. Like, this is what it's all about for me. To me, it's like hanging out, which is sick. I never expected it to be like that. Like, it went from being like, you know, try to put on a performance or whatever to like just doing what we do. Oh, and the only thing I could do is improve the queue. Oh, I didn't fix it. I didn't fix it. Okay. Oh, but the chat queue, like I wanted to auto detect if I'm talking, and then when I stop talking, it plays stuff out. But man, just using the system encourages me to like do stuff like that. I'll tell you that much. All right, so I have to figure that out still.
It's not working as far as I see. I think that was an old message.
Oh, that's sick.
Tears of
Someone
joy.
tried asking on. Was that you on Twitch? TrueX Edits asking if that was the website URL. That's cool. Oh no. Yeah, so ordered. I didn't fix it. Don't play anyone speakers. But PH, I'm actually coding the music player in Kinto.
Am I tripping? I didn't even see the other messages from people on here.
What the hell?
Yes.
I feel like I'm missing messages sometimes, like from the chat. I don't understand. I think like you have to click live chat if that's an option, but to me it says the same messages in top chat and live chat.
I wish I was tears of joy.
Yeah. It's that time of year, I think. It is in Scotland, at least. Like, we go picking, but I'll leave it there.
It's working now.
Alright, sweet.
And that was Jatin who asked about the website there.
That's so cool. That's cool that like people on Twitch are stumbling around taking away. Appreciate you folks. I probably didn't read out his message because of the link.
Microdosing cured my depression for 3 months once.
There's a whole bunch of science in that, that's for sure. And, yeah, I know Now I'm upset. I'm very angry. I'm gonna go check the pizza. But yeah, no, the original antidepressant science, let's just say it came from somewhere. I'm not saying they nailed it or anything, but pizza looks
well,
good.
I guess a gram isn't micro.
Tried for a bit of a like a wee bit of, I like when the cheese caramelizes a wee bit, so
Tears of
want
joy.
a knife and pizza.
Edits. What topic and genre should I write and create for my next song?
Serdar Oreo says, wow, you do that using only JS?
I could use
Yeah, welcome to the
inspiration.
chat.
Yummy yummy face.
The whole chat system, everything.
Dude, you crazy.
He's for sure off the charts. Needs more of a following. BRB switching devices.
I think I have two microphones. I just lost battery in one. All right. Use that moment to chow down some pizza.
Back up in it. It's lit when caps is off, but unlit when it's on.
Truux Edits says there is a channel called Fatrot and on his channel a song called Fly Away. I think Designs must check that, he must get some inspiration with that.
Weird things are at foot today, lol.
FATRAT.
Ooh, the guy you mentioned last night.
And song name is Fly Away. UCam is gone.
Kind of sounds like Vocaloid a little bit. You guys know about Vocaloid?
Your.
Thank you, Truex. I'm hoping by Monday we won't have this problem anymore. I have an AC adapter coming. It should work for this camera. I did have a battery ready to go, so it's a quick switch once you told me.
It kinda sounds like K-pop mixed with electronic.
Have you ordered that?
Have Truex.
What would you call this?
Yep, PH Designs, you got it.
IGHT bet. I'll see what I can spin up. These would be challenge accepted.
Let's go, man.
It's pretty good though. The Fat Rat, I'm listening to it right now.
For sure.
Oh crap, it's current not target. Human memory is so frail. The way that works is like a getter using use memo.
I have
so
a
don't
question.
wanna-
Have you added human touch? Like if someone write "What's up, man" with an exclamation mark, will the TTS speak it with more confidently, loudly, or something?
That's a cool idea. I've wanted to explore intention and how that would impact TTS. That's a cool suggestion. Is there any other examples like that that you can think of? It's interesting. I'll write that down as intention-driven TTS. It's basically like you're asking a way like have it communicate emotions that way. Because like a question mark, right? Like making something sound like a question as opposed to just a statement. But I'll tell you, everything in Scottish sounds like a question. Same with Irish. Hello. Even that sounds like a question. There's a Second Amendment show. That's the way I'm going to describe it on YouTube. Tomorrow at the fairgrounds. I was hoping to go to get some like pictures. I've never been to one, but you see the signs for them. So I've got an alarm set.
Rusta says hi waving hand, I'm doing crossword project in JS.
I don't know if you have checked or not, when on 11 labs you write your script or something and it have exclamation mark or question mark or something like this, what? Then it becomes intense.
That's interesting, Truex.
I love arms. I have a few.
Russ, that's awesome. Do you want to explain like your tech stack? Maybe if you can, like, what got you inspired to build that? But that's awesome, man. Cheers for letting us know. Welcome to the
Even
chat.
a chopper with a 110 round drum.
Oh, bloody hell. That's awesome. I'm curious if this will work.
At PH Designs, are you using Suno I for your songs or any other I?
Trunk. I will never tell wink wink.
Exploding head. So it's a secret tears of joy.
No, just don't want to say it public. I'd tell you and code things like that in private.
I was just wondering, Face blue wide eyes.
But I had to tell you guys yesterday that I use I, or you would think you'd get DMCA'd if I didn't have the rights.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, it's supposed to be a body event.
At Codeloch MDN by Mozilla is really very helpful.
Very much is. Been able to just see what's there, what's supported where. I've done entire streams where I just explore all the different web APIs as well. There's hundreds. And I think it was just clicking around on the MDN that actually I stumbled on this speech synthesizer and it's like, whoa, I could code a TTS system with that. That's exciting.
How much is rent in Florida nowadays?
Ooh. Let's see what that.
2 BD 2 bath.
Probably looking at 2,500 for that, man. Honestly, it's crazy. My neighborhood where I'm at now, you know, houses are pretty big. You're talking $4,000 a month. I don't know how people pay it. I have no idea. I have no idea. If I didn't buy my house when I was like 20, get mortgage at least, man, I would not be living here.
They live with their whole family.
They must, honestly, they really must.
Twitch_Keegshawn says, are you coding a retro?
Oh, that's cool. You used to play Habbo? No, this is a completely custom thing, but like I got into coding because of like building Habbo retros back in the day. Welcome to the chat, buddy. You'll see like there's folks on YouTube chatting as well. That's where it kind of connects all the different chats. But it's a whole like streaming platform, honestly. That's how I share my desktop, my cameras, and the avatars act as like overlays on the stream. And yeah, you see it's got the bloody PSP. Pretty cool. I just did it for the hell of it. Oh.
On average $1,511 to $3,000.
Should try it.
Uno Pro V5.
Sure thing, man. Thumbs up, medium light skin tone.
Oh, sweet. Can you feed in like source material? Say like I made a beat, like GarageBand. Can you feed into it?
I think PH Designs should join the Kinto for music party partying face tears of joy.
Yes, you can import instrumentals.
Sick.
Now Kinto is being racist, tears of joy, thinking face rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh no, what's it doing?
What's in the party?
Tears of joy.
Oh snap.
Thumbs up, medium light skin tone. Yep. Thumbs up, dark skin tone. Tears of joy. Woman vampire, dark skin tone. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. Now ASDFGH is coming.
Oh, that's. Yeah. Where are we gonna put this? I think bloody Taylor Swift is playing in the ears. What's going on here? What's going on? Let's. Ooh, this crap code has to go.
Designs joined Minefield.
What the hell?
$344 chats already.
Does it count one chat as two? Are you noticing that too, or is that just me?
It's going for 400.
I think it is counting twice. Why is it doing that?
Designs joined Lock Lake.
Oh, this might prevent me from reloading.
Wow, it's counting 1 as 2 tears of joy.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine why it would do such a thing. Oh, PHZ, I got an idea for you as far as music types. I really like, what's it called? Dark trance? I like that stuff. Dark synth.
What dark trance artist could I ref?
Correct edits. The viewers go down when they hear the synth, bro. They go down, they go away, they don't like it. Let's think. There's one called Fee Lion. I like her stuff. Yeah, if you look at the online numbers, they drop drastically. They don't like random noises. Be wrong, but why does this keep coming up? Ah, damn, okay. What was it playing at? Why did I code it? What the hell? Ah. Muted the entire chat because the thing I don't, it drives. I want you to be able to play with it, but I don't want it to drive people away because it drops our AVD, and yeah, I know you don't intend that. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna just like let you still be able to play it, but not interact with the stream, if you know what I mean. Because I appreciate you messing around with it. Some of the stuff sounded pretty cool, but yeah. I thought I was respecting user settings in here, but I haven't seen any examples of me doing that. But I'll unmute the chat. Just be aware of it.
How do I
Maybe
also
we
start
drops.
game development in JS2? What libraries do I need? Tears of Joy, sure, no problem. I was just trying a few tune given by GPT.
Oh no, yeah, no, some of it came out cool too. But like I said, that's my fault. Like I just, you know, I created it. Nice. I love game development. How do I also start game development in JS2? What libraries do I need? So Albert Tesla, great question. So I recommend you check out Phaser JS. It's a nice little game package library. You got too many options really. You got Pixie.js, which was like the foundation of Phaser originally. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff in it. And then you have Phaser. This is for 2D development specifically. I think it's easier to get started with that as a game developer. Someone get into it. If you wanted to be a little bit more experimental, you could dive right into Free.js. You can do 2D stuff in Free.js, and the APIs are pretty good. If I was to do it over again, I'd come and do it in here. You could do some crazy stuff with it, like, but it's more complicated, you know. And this just makes me want to do 3D stuff like right now, so I might have to close this. But you get the idea. And make sure you follow the project because I'll be exploring this very soon to expand Kinto. 100%. Take a look at some of the code. But the coolest thing. Alright, cool. Sure why it's not reading out your comment. What's going on here? All the avatars everywhere. Yeah, Phaser.js is fun.
And how are you making isometric projection like rendering?
So Isometric is actually 2D, so that's pretty cool. That's why, like, if you some of the first. I actually have to show you some of the videos I've done on this. I've done some videos on the history of MMOs, but the math's actually really simple. Let me see. Probably the simplest would be to show you the PSP example I coded recently. But the simplest way to describe isometrics, say you have a tile width, right? And your tile width is 50 pixels. The height is exactly half of that. So 50 pixel width with a 25 pixel height. And yeah, that's what the math is based on. So I would just look into that. Specifically,
I see.
You can do that. You can do that right in Theta. Ooh, dog out. Out. Bloody lying on a power cord.
Did you write your own projection functions?
Yes, yeah. And I have support for depth and stacking, all sorts of stuff. And even stacking under tiles. It did take a lot of tweaking to get it right, I'll be honest.
Awesome, this is amazing.
Appreciate it, buddy, thank you. Yeah, make sure you can subscribe if you can, and if you like the video, that'll help more people come on and discover the project in time as well.
Yeah, one drawing over other.
Yeah, depth is important for the illusion.
I did sub and liked.
Appreciate you, thank you. Sweet. Yeah, and look, it's all hooked up so we can actually update our
Snappo
stats.
says awesome. That's 7 likes now. Your support helps others discover this stream. Awesome. That's 7 likes now. Your support
that was the
helps
wrong button.
others
It's supposed to
discover
be
this
sub-10.
one
Yeah,
new
look at that.
subscriber.
We're up at 3370 subscribers now. I'm sorry, Truex, I didn't mean to offend or anything. I just hope you're still with us.
No need to apologize, it's all clear and understandable.
You're going to love what I made code.
Wait, I want to hear it.
It's insane.
Something you want us to play on the channel when you get it up?
I'm a Roblox game developer and a Windows desktop application dev.
Oh, that's badass. Appreciate having you here. Yeah, we have a Discord as well on the channel if you want to join that. I'd love to pick your brain on that stuff. Do you make any money doing that stuff? I'm curious. Like the Roblox. I hear some folks do well doing that.
He'll release it in a few minutes so you can feel the pulse.
Sweet. Albert Tesla says he mainly does C, C++, x86 assembly,
Sorry,
Fortran, COBOL,
mainly
and
C,
TypeScript.
C++, and Lua.
That's badass. I don't know if you see, but I've got a Commodore 64 in the background. That's about as much assembly as I've picked up as for the 6502. I have no chance in figuring that out on a modern x86, but yeah, I like poking around on that. That's cool. And have you been coding for a while? Fortran and COBOL, those are like, oh geez. I'm gonna ask if you know the B programming language. That's cool. So what's the issue? You're gonna start reading out your message here. That's awesome. Albert Tesla said, I wrote a doubly linked list-based big int calculator in Fortran where I worked for someone on Fiverr. I will join the server and show stuff. I made some malware back then too when I was working on. Yeah, that's awesome.
I am back.
Yay, welcome back, Truex.
Face blue smiling.
I was like, man, I hope I didn't scare off Truex. But yeah, no, please. And Albert Tesla, I'd love to
Anton
show
says,
anything
"What's
you're
up?"
interested on stream as well. N10, welcome back, buddy. I remember that name. How are you doing?
Discord link?
So it's not clickable if I put it in the chat, but if you click on my profile on the YouTube Live, I think it's the top link. I could try and put it in the chat, but I don't think I'll be able to click it. So I think the best way is to click my profile on YouTube.
Okay, K.
Sweet, appreciate you. So this isn't grabbing the correct file.
Can
Let's
you
try
pin it?
this. I will try. Let me know if that's clickable. I don't think it would be.
My live comment looks like a spam lol.
I'm good. What are the new updates?
Ooh, there's been a couple. You don't see them tonight, but I coded like rain and snow. So we have the WebGL fragment shaders.
Thanks. I will
Experimented a
type
bit
it
with
out.
that. And I'd have to look at my commit history. I know there's been a couple of things we worked on.
I think there is a problem thinking face why this link unclickable.
Yeah, that's YouTube. That's what I was warning you of. Links are just not clickable in the chat for some reason. Otherwise, I'd be pinning the Discord message every Discord link every single stream to get people over there. So I had one guy came on. He did like amazing stuff in Scratch, like some 3D stuff even, and we got him in the Discord. We got to explore some of that. I was hella impressed with what I seen. Like, wow. All right. Do I have to reload, or is this gonna pick it up? Oh, it worked. So why isn't it playing? Cores? It's my audio player. I don't bloody see it.
Link invalid or expired.
Oh no, kidding. Thank you for letting me know. No, people come on. I'm sorry. Let me generate another. How do I do it? Still have help on the Discord, but the guy like went off and concentrated on his studies, which I appreciate. But now I'm like struggling.
QXBJWNBF9.
Okay.
Typed wrong, I think. Sorry.
Appreciate you. Thank you. I've learned to assume that I'm the problem with things. It's just easier to get through things. 'Cause at least I can fix the stuff I do wrong. All right.
Hey Locke, I don't know anything about coding, can you teach me?
100% the first decoder is Zenith. Let me ask you, are you interested in coding something specifically, like a game or a website? What would you like to build? Alright, there it is. Looks like shite, but okay, it works. Getting into coding, it's really helpful to have something that you want to build. Might give us a stream idea as well.
I joined.
Sweet. Let's see, where would be a good place? I think there's a channel called Showcase.
Next is Edit's song.
Boardroom, but yeah, pop it wherever you want. I'll find it. Go.
I want to build a website from scratch to a next level and post it for everyone's to visit on it with some free domain.
I think, does Versal have a free plan? Like, are you looking into, pick up React or something like that, or nextjs? Because you could just like throw up a website on like WordPress.com or whatever the website is. But I recommend if you're going to get into coding that you pick up JavaScript.
Simple.
Yeah, PH, you got feedback there?
I am not really into coding at all. Alba, S chat is missed. Can you please pick his chat up?
Albert Tesla says, I've seen a lot
What's
of
the
devs
theme
make...
and functions?
No one owns language, every language serves its own purpose.
Yeah, so Albert Tesla said before that, I've seen a lot of devs make the perception and think that JavaScript is overrated, but the more I come to know about it, the more I get fascinated. I agree with you.
Indeed.
But you can make that language bend back on itself. Plus, I think it's a perfect glue language. It connects, and I think Kinto is a good example of this. It's a good glue language to connect all these different technologies together. Like last week's stream, I was working in Swift UI, Swift Native, for iPhone development, coding RTMP streaming for Kinto. So it pulled Kinto into a web view, but to get the screen capture working, I had to do that with Replay Kit. But you know, I'm talking between the web view and a native app, and able to set up buttons in Swift to control actions in the web view. And it's just another example of how dynamic JavaScript is, and even the browser itself. It's a brilliant way to deliver apps today. Just because people can access them without downloading them, that alone, and you could add more functionality.
I want to post my works there. I am GFX artist, so.
Oh, you do graphics work, Dakota. Well, I think that gives you a step up in this as well. Because if you have concepts of laying out user interfaces and being able to pull those apart, that's going to help with you conceptualize and how you build things, especially for websites, 100%. I'm trying to think though, what would be a good way for you to get
Then
started.
I'd recommend a blog design with WordPress.
Foggy says you'd save yourself a lot of trouble by using TypeScript BTW.
I use TypeScript for specific parts of the project. I've been coding back when CoffeeScript was a thing, so I use it in nextjs. I use it to define my database schemas, but I'm pretty comfortable with JavaScript. I mean, I went through the CoffeeScript era, I should tell you something.
He's new though, so he'd spend a lot of time learning just to share his art.
Yeah, I think going in for WordPress makes a lot of sense there. You can always pick and piece bits of, and pick up CSS and JavaScript as you go, and then build on that. Rather than try to figure out NPM and Yarn and all that.
In my big int library made in Fortran, it only supports basic operations including factorial. I did 10k factorial. It takes 2 to 3 minutes rolling on the floor laughing, because algorithm is the normal mult method done on paper.
Ooh, let's do some good one.
Then just be a pest till it's perfect.
This is fascinating. I want to see the code for this calculator. I guess you did it for a client though, so you can't open source it, right? I would love to see some Fortran.
By the way, how is life going? I guess you live alone without disturbance.
I released a dark trance song for you, Code.
Alright, what did you call it? We'll pull it up and we'll check it out. If you want me to play it on
Let me know
stream
what
here.
you think when you get around to listening.
Albertessa,
Black
life is
Pulse.
going okay right now. Other than the fact I was bloody part of layoffs, it was probably the biggest disruption to my life in the last year.
Most recent video uploaded.
I got a President's Award for my work releasing it in a native app at the previous company I was at, and then 2 months later it was part of the mass layoffs. But I'm using this opportunity to become familiar with Angular of all things, because despite working comfortably with React and Vue, a large amount of jobs are looking for folks comfortable with Angular. And obviously in a work sense, TypeScript is preferred, so I'm using the job, but to me it's just another step in the build process. Like, if I don't want to understand how the code works, I want to dive into WebAssembly. Alright, let's check out Black Pulse. I wrote in, what's it called, assembly script, because Web supports WebAssembly, which is crazy. You can compile Fmpeg down and use it in JavaScript, which is another example of just how far the browsers come. But the reason I'm using WebAssembly is for the pathfinding, because A-star pathfinding in JavaScript, when you have like 100,000 tiles, not that efficient. Alright, let me find your channel again.
I feel you, bro. I would recommend to also make freelancing your main work. Once you get good connections, people would love to hire you too.
Any suggestions on where I should go? I know PH Designs mentioned a few, like Upwork. I used to do that before I got into the corporate world, and I kind of preferred it. I liked it, but yeah, I've kind of corporatized myself for like the last 8 years. So all the people I used to work for are either out of business or doing something else, as far as like contracts. Alright, so we're going to check out
Checked you vid man, PH
Designs.
Designs, it was really amazing.
We're about to check it out right now, so let me unmute my
Better money
system
in
here.
corporate work. Thank you.
I mean meeting the whole development community of specific type, and they're making connections.
Pause what we're listening to now and pop this in.
Much love to this channel and you all.
You guys are awesome. That is 100%. This is PH Design's song, inspired by Dark Tracks. Let me know if you guys hear that, or if I have to muck around with settings.
Like Roblox has a big community, many big servers to hire and get hired.
It gets darker.
Rohan Zener says what's this that looks like Zomboid?
Rohan, welcome to the chat, buddy.
Heartbeat sinking, lost in trance. Darkness
Divorce
leads
decoder
the
making websites are super
shadow
simple, man.
dance.
Use blog post or WordPress instead of going for coding if you're not really into it.
Whoa, Sunboy is isometric. That's cool. Cheers for dropping that, bud.
Wires whisper stories old.
So this is the gamey reference. It was quite sick, actually.
Static rises, pulses climb.
Even though it's isometric, it kind of gives me the feeling of what's it called? I've been playing a couple
This is the first stream I see that has a health meter.
Yeah, I actually have to fix the health meter a little bit. That little algorithm's a bit off, isn't it? 7% health, that's wrong. So yeah, the whole concept of this stream is it's like gamified, user-driven. And I sit here and code features as we talk.
At Rohan Zener, where?
Roblox
Hope it
has
will
a big
become real time
community.
someday, and then it's unstoppable. Cat orange whistling.
To edits, I forgot to click virtual latency on the stream to terminate it. Like I said, every time I forget, there's a setting in YouTube where we can make it a little bit increase latency a bit. Hopefully tonight's the night I remember to click it. And we can't do it once we're live, so I'd have to terminate the stream. Take a look at the comments I missed.
The health meter is just underneath the numeric displays.
Can you reduce the music volume? It's higher than your volume.
Oh, okay. It's a chill song though, it came out good.
Yes, slightly.
How's that? Wait.
Perfect.
Really chill song, cool. This is good.
That's good. Want more of this? Rohan, that's a great idea. I think that would be funny. Literally have like a health bar, get sick, the stream terminates, but honestly, no one would see the stream because it would terminate. But if you come up with a fun set of choices to make that possible, it'd be interesting to play with.
IKR makes me want to dance.
And it tells what platform each of us is engaging from.
Yes, yes.
I could see lasers and women shuffling.
If I reload this, you should see it pop up on the PSP as well. Let's see. It's all based off my local host right now, so coding the features, so sometimes it disappears. Let's see that. There's so many chats that you have to make them time out.
I came across this live stream on Shorts.
What language is that code even in?
This is all JavaScript, so this is all built for the browser. A wee bit of TypeScript, but mostly JavaScript. Spinning up a nextjs video service. It's going to make all the streams available. Yeah, no, I appreciate you, Roman.
Face orange biting nails.
Custom TTS system as well. But Truex, PH Designs, that's probably one of my favorite genres of music. I love like dark synth stuff. Like More of that, please. Especially to code to. You can just hammer stuff out.
Rohan, are you from India? Goat turquoise white horns.
You seem like a veteran in web development.
Haha, appreciate that.
Heck yeah, I will make more. I found it was easier to focus.
No, I'm from Australia.
I heard there was like people talking about making an inland sea in Australia. Is that on the news over there, or is that just like a YouTube phenomenon?
I get the Indic questions and comments a lot though.
Now, in what time is there tears of joy? Really, now we are getting people all over the world.
Yeah, that's cool.
After a long time of development, I realized that whether it's a compiled or interpreted.
When they hear your voice, do they ask if you're from the UK?
Sometimes
Americans mainly lol.
A couple of people have like said right away, like, what, like called out Scotland immediately, which is pretty cool.
I guess they do ask me that too.
Albert Tesla says, after a long time in development, I realized whether it's compiled or interpreted language, like whether it runs on bare metal or it runs in a virtual machine, the program will run if allowed to build. That's true. You know what Albert Tesla I love exploring is emergent
Back
home,
properties.
Aussie.
People actually think I'm British.
Oh, no kidding.
Really? Haha WTH.
Albert Tesla, have you done anything cool with like Game of Life? Because you're like in Fortran and stuff, I'm curious.
Who came up with the system of the exclamation point prefixing commands in streams?
I'm honestly not sure, but I had my own prefix system, and
At
then
Codeloch, any plan for a world globe tour? Tears of joy.
I find it's a common system.
How did you come up with the 8-bit theme song for the game?
that song you're probably hearing is just a YouTube audio library song that I pulled that was pretty chill.
I can't tell.
Who said it's like checking out a bunch of different worlds in Kinto. That'd be cool.
If you really want to go anywhere in the world, where could it be?
Ooh, I always thought it was part of the game, haha.
Goes well, doesn't it? Yeah. Anywhere in the world.
Is this every avatar is a chatter thing, a Second Life influence?
No, I never played Second Life actually. No, the game that actually inspired me to code in the first place was a game called Happy Hotel. Oh, that's cool. I didn't
Message
think
about the game of life is above.
Let's see. I didn't think about adding options to like select wizard cloak. We'll look into that.
PH Designs, what's your dream place? I mean a place you really want to visit.
Habbo Hotel was literally just for chatting and building rooms to hang out in. I love the concept avatar chats. I actually have a video for you guys I made if you want to check it out. It helps kind of.
Caribbean islands.
I don't know much about Game of Life, my friend made a simulation of it.
Yeah, but well
yeah,
before
it's really
VR
nice.
chat.
I'm also into it.
Well before VR chat. Habbo Hotel I think came out in like 2002 or something crazy. And before that, it had a build that came out in '98 called Mobiles Discos. It was actually created as a band fan page. But I'm about to show you the first MMO. And yeah, I'll take a look at doing your own implementation of Game of Life. You could probably do it like within like 100 lines, and I'm so curious what that would look like if you were to code it in Fortran or something.
Not Conway's Game of Life, is it? That Turing complete grid.
VR chat made me more depressed, so I deleted my Meta account. Lol.
Oh no. I got a video for you guys.
Ever heard of Second Life? It's like pre-VR.
So, Truex, you might appreciate this. And yeah, I'm looked around in Second Life.
Is this
I
counting
think
one
it's
chat
still
to
up
two
there.
still?
Yeah, Truex, we've not done any changes there. Alright, check this out.
I will
real quick.
study about it and try it out. Also, it's hard to keep up with chat and development at the
I've come up with a simulator framework that could replicate every aspect of real life itself. I called it Ooze.
In 1986,
It is going to 1,000 tears of joy, tears of joy.
something groundbreaking happened. Habitat, a graphical online world, was. In 1986, something groundbreaking happened.
Dope.
Habitat, a graphical online world, was born. Created by Randy Farmer, Chip Morningstar, and their team at LucasArts, Habitat wasn't just another video game. It was the world's first graphical online community. Players connected via Commodore 64 modems, exploring a shared world, chatting
many
and
views
trading
already?
just like today's MMOs, but decades earlier. Habitat let users create and customize avatars, trade items, and even commit in-game crimes, a chaotic system that would eventually inspire the first laws of virtual worlds. For their innovation,
remember
the creators
Oddworld?
won the prestigious first
Its
Penguin
engine,
Award in 2001,
was the
cementing
inspiration
Habitat's
for
place
Ooze.
in gaming history. In 2017, the world of Habitat was revived with Neo Habitat, keeping the dream alive for a new generation to explore. While Habitat shut down in 1988, its legacy shaped modern MMORPGs and online communities that.
Yeah, so that was my little goal, like trying to make like informal shorts. Didn't go anywhere, but it was fun to make.
Is it your voice, tears of joy, tears of joy? Your voice really changed.
I probably made that like 10 months ago. An Odd World. Its engine alive was the inspiration for Ooze. Interesting. Let's take a look at that.
Narrator mode.
Yeah, exactly. I like practice. I wrote a little script and everything and practiced it. It's also like how much the like you can totally change how a voice sounds. Like, with
Keep
mixing.
going, tears of joy, don't stop until the video ends.
I got a glimpse of Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey before it was even released.
Rolling on the floor, laughing, cold sweat, smile.
Rohan, that was like one of the first games
Way
I got
back
on
in
the PS1.
1997.
Rohan, did you get KKND Crossfire in Australia? I think it only released in the UK and Australia. It was one of the games that I like totally changed my life. I spent hundreds of hours playing that as a kid on the PlayStation. But it came out for PC as well. It was called KKND Crossfire with a K. Wow.
No siree.
One day I'll come across someone that knows that. Yeah, but Abe's Oddworld, like, the whole point was to like hide and you could fart.
I am going to see if
Designs joined Lock Lake.
how many views we got.
We are 1100. 1100 views tonight. See how we're doing in subscribers. Probably start shutting this down soon. We've got a
Design says,
whole day
dang, too
planned.
bad we can't share links. That looks like HTML. That script on screen.
Yeah, it's technically GSX, but yeah, it's very close to HTML. It's just you have conditional logic in there as well. It's React's template engine.
What's the difference?
Being able to do conditional rendering. So, like, say I have like a list of images, I could map over the image.
At Rohan, that is
Um,
Book of JavaScript Frameworks.
It's just React just makes it much cleaner and easier to assemble HTML. Yep.
Sounds like React. Are you reading my mind, Codeloch? I heard some disturbing things about Discord and Roblox.
Honestly, feel like that's the danger in all
What do
all
you
sorts
think?
of
If you were to do
avatar
this in
chats.
TypeScript, how much more time it would take?
Well, the biggest thing I'd have to define, unless I wanted to do wildcard for, like, you know, this object can be anything, it would slow me down on my event bus. So I'd have to set up defined objects for all the
I heard
different types of
TypeScript is
events.
useless.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's useless, but it would slow me down here in the way I built this, that's for sure.
In the lock lake on the left-hand side of screen in dark, a man is standing with unknown identity.
That it has no effect on JavaScript files.
Rohan, like I definitely get the argument for that. I also get the other side though. Like people complain that JavaScript doesn't have types and all that, and it's like, well, neither does Python.
TypeScript is useful for developers only.
At least Python can be type restricted for proper I/O.
Yeah. I'd say like TypeScript's great, like for good guardrails. And it's fantastic
True
for
said it's joined Lock Lake.
creating packages that other people use. So if you're writing code that other people are going to pull into their projects, TypeScript all
It's
day.
called type
Like-
hinting.
Making Dino nuggets.
You're making Dino nuggets. Man, I love those. I need to get some. Albert Tesla, I do use event delegation for all the game functionality, but for the specific buttons, I don't see much of advantage. Like I could just put
Character's
an
avatar.
on-click, I could put an on-click handler right on stack and then check, you know, based on an ID, like if it's this button or that button.
That automated voice has some errant pronunciations.
But I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, my daughter loves them, but I like them more lol.
But good observation. I mean, it's. I was actually speaking about that earlier tonight because we're going to be coding.
Follow my character's avatar.
We're going to be coding a document. I mean, a DOM version of Kinto, so not using Canvas at all. I was explaining how I do that today.
How?
Like normally on web pages it's good, but in game, since everything will always be there until the game closes, it's fine.
The funny thing is, in the actual
software
game,
piracy.
there is only one event handler for clicking everything. But the UI, I'm not too worried about that. What was it missing there?
OOKK.
That's called the life cycle, the span of an object's existence in memory.
PH designs how to accept the friend request. I don't know, loudly crying.
Truex edits. If you click up here, click the little Kinto icon on the left, you should have something called Friends. You click that, it'll give you a pop out. And then you go to Ads, and you can accept.
At
Let's see,
Rohan, what
let's
do
see
you
here.
do?
Oh, no wonder there's. Yikes.
I accepted, thanks.
It worked.
I think 5:21 a.m. is having an impact on my cognition tonight, folks.
Our first friend in Kinto, haha.
Tears of joy.
Probably hear it in my voice. I've slowed down. Alright, so it's an invalid icon. Interesting. It's playing audio. Look. Just have to fix the body alignment. Direction.
This is always a
horizontal.
blast with you guys.
That is it.
It's not like we even do much, but it's just nice to be around other nerds.
100%. It feels like more of a hangout than anything.
Like-minded people.
Why isn't that?
When I talk to most people, they don't understand what I'm talking about.
I empathize with that, eh? No kidding.
Like him speaking a different language, but I kind of am lol.
Yes. That is true. And just a reminder, folks, on the Discord, if you want me to share anything or pull up any interesting projects, links and stuff, videos, feel free to drop some stuff over there and we'll pull it up on the next stream. And hopefully PH has some more dark synth stuff for us to check out as well, because that was awesome. Do you think the odds are me waking up at a decent time to go to that show tomorrow? We'll see.
After the dream, I'll make more to have prepared for tomorrow.
Perfect.
Stream.
I need to remember when I terminate the stream to put it on ultra low latency mode. That way tomorrow, the stream is more real time, so you guys are able to see that reflected in the chat. Ah, that might be what the problem is. We're returning a promise instead of just terminating. Dangerous, dangerous lad. Oh, that was the problem. Okay. Well, cool, folks. I think that's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to go watch YouTube myself, funnily enough. And yeah, I'm going to literally remember once I terminate the stream to put it on ultra low latency.
It'll be ad-free until I grow large. Then it'll just be at the beginning or end of a song.
That's smart. Put them at the end or beginning, because I hate when people put ads in the middle of stuff. It's like, I'm more likely to listen to the ad if it's in a reasonable place, if that makes sense. Oh, that's sick. Nana.
Definitely. And sleep well, bud.
Appreciate you. You too. I just wanted to read out Nana's message on Kick tonight. He said, yo, this stream is super chill. Love the vibes, not gonna lie. Can't stay for long today. Do you drop Discord so people can keep going after the stream? Oh, that's cool. I was asking if like the hangout could continue even after the stream ends. And he says, here's my Discord username. I'll be happy if you add up. And his username is CapEXX10. So anyone wants to add him, I'll add him. That's chill. Okay. Cheers everyone, this was great. Let's start the shutdown process. It's always interesting watching all avatars disappear from the screen, innit? Stop. Alright, let's do a production. Alright, happy weekend, folks. Make sure to keep on doing your thing. Alright, what else?